want to say to you guys about today. So last week we worked toward flying pigeon. If you'll remember, we kind of started with figure 4 in the beginning of the week, and then we just progressed ourselves. And I really love this idea of giving you the opportunity throughout the week to work toward a peak pose, because I feel like initially teaching online was just like, let's just kind of flow together. And now it's like, well, let's try to progress too. Let's try to learn things and, you know, feel like our practice is actually improving. So I'll start today by some general binds. Some of you might already feel really comfortable with these binds, and we'll just work our way up, you know, and so by Saturday, we'll be coming into that bird of paradise, you know, hopefully with some ease, or at least there'll be some really nice understanding around what it is and how we get into it and how we do it properly. Okay, so on that note, we'll take a moment to just close our eyes and just get grounded and settled. I always love the first class of the week. It's sort of this transition, right, from the weekend into the weekdays. So just take a moment to feel yourself, just like as if you're like in a stick shift car and you're just changing gears, getting yourself totally aligned with how you want the week to go. And I know I always challenge myself, like there's a certain energy with each day, especially Monday. It's kind of got a heavier energy a lot of the time, probably because of all the years of school and work and all of those things. So I always try to challenge myself and say, like, does it, you know, can I create a different story around this? Like, what if this could be exciting? What if this could be my favorite day, right, of the week? And just as you're exploring that, just take some time to bring a little bit more breath into your lungs and then let go of a little extra breath on your exhale. Really good. And then just as we're sitting here, just exploring Mula Bandha for a moment. It's that root lock. So it's the base of your spine, that pelvic floor area, and just do your best to squeeze that root lock and pull upward from that place. So just imagining that as it's like a suction cup, and it's going to pull the energy up through the center of your body. This starts to create an internal lightness, an internal lift. So just exploring that a couple times, even if you have to kind of squeeze and lift, and then maybe you got to let it go for a moment and then try it again. And then I want to see if you can squeeze that root lock. So squeeze it and lift up from there, and then see if you can pull your belly button back at the same time. So there's that lock behind your belly button, Uddiyana Bandha, and that's going to draw in toward the spine and upward. So all of it's drawing in and up. Really good. And then we'll just try to play around with those two energy locks throughout class today. So let's just take a nice deep breath in through your nose. Long breath out through your mouth. We'll do it one more time. Inhale through your nose. Exhale. Good, through your mouth. And then we'll just bring a nice soft gaze into the room, and then come on back and find your downward facing dog. So we'll just go right into it. And you might find that pedaling out your feet is what your body is asking for. Okay, you might find that just shaking your head a little bit, yes and no, is what your body is asking for. And sometimes a little pivot on the feet from right to left, you can sort of shift those heels over to the right side of your mat, and then you can pivot and shift them over to the left side of your mat. So just take a little time here to make your way into the shape. And just relaxing your head and just finding that nice, slow, even Ujjayi pranayam. Very nice. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. So as we inhale, come onto your hands and your knees, lift up through your heart. Okay, you're finding this little back bend. As you exhale, press back through your feet and come back to downward facing dog. Lengthen through your spine. Let's do that again. Inhale, come onto your hands and your knees. Lift your tailbone, lift your heart. Exhale, push through the balls of your feet, lift your tailbone and lengthen your spine. We'll do it one more time. Inhale, come forward, find that back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay here. So if you just arrived to the call, just letting you guys know, if for some reason I drop off, I'll be right back. I'm healing some computer issues today. And then we're working towards our bird of paradise this week. So we're going to start working on some of those binds today. All right, let's take another deep breath in and a long breath out. And then one more time here, a little different, but similar. We'll inhale, come onto your hands and your knees, so flat back, and then exhale, push back up. And this time we're gonna go a little bit faster. So you inhale, tap your knees, flat back, exhale, press up. And then find a pace that works. There's no rule about how fast or slow you go. And we're gonna land on your hands and your knees. Whew. You might even just roll out your right wrist for a moment, maybe shake it out, roll out your left wrist for a moment, shake it out. And then we'll come back into tabletop and start to come into that full cat-cow range of motion in your spine. So you get to take that nice rounded back and just moving at your own pace. Maybe you do 2, maybe you do 5. You'll inhale, come into your flat back position, and then exhale, come into your downward facing dog position. All right, so we're gonna step this right foot in between your hands. You'll inhale, step that right foot up, let your back knee come down. Yes, very good. So this is like a little warrior 2 that we're gonna do. It's a mini warrior 2. You can take your right hand under your right thigh, pivot on your back knee, and windmill your hands up. Okay, so take a moment to find that. I'm gonna make sure everybody got it. Those look good. Yeah. So it looks just like if we were in warrior 2, but we're on that back knee. As you inhale, take a little flow back, little reverse warrior. And as you exhale, come forward, bring your elbow to your thigh, reach your left arm over. Let's try that 2 more times. Inhale, come back, exhale, elbow to thigh, left arm reaches over. Last one, inhale, bring it back. Exhale, come forward. This time we're gonna hold it here. So really opening up through this left side body, take this top hand, bring it behind your back and slide your fingertips inside this right leg. Okay, so we're starting the bind here. Pull your left shoulder back, pull your belly button in, and then see if you can look over this left shoulder. Beautiful, we're here for 3. You're staying propped up here on the right forearm, on your thigh, 2. And 1. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, just slowly undo your hands. Come back onto this knee. So you're gonna pivot and we're gonna step to the top of your mat. Okay, inhale, step forward. Exhale, fold down your legs. We'll root to rise. Inhale, press through your feet. Reach your arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands come down. Okay, let's take a vinyasa together here. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, fold down your legs. Inhale, half lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step walk or jump back, move through a vinyasa. If you like, you can modify. Coming back to downward facing dog. And just take a breath in and out. Maybe sigh it out through your mouth. And then we're stepping this left foot forward. Inhale, step forward. Let your back knee come down. So you can take this left hand to your left thigh as you press up and pivot, okay, on that right knee. Hands out wide. We're in this funky little baby warrior two. Make sure your left toes are pointing toward the front of your mat. And then we'll inhale, start to just flow back a little. Exhale, come forward, elbow to thigh. Right arm reaches over. 2 more times. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, bring it forward. Awesome. 1 more time, nice and easy. You can find your own pace here. Exhale, bring it forward. This time we'll hold it. So feel that you're nice and propped up here, okay, on that front thigh, really pushing the forearm down. We're gonna swing this right arm around the lower back and then hook the fingertips inside, okay, this left thigh. Rotate this right shoulder back. See if you can look back, okay, towards the back of your mat. We're here for 3. Pull your belly button in, lift through your pelvic floor. 2. And 1. Inhale to look forward. Exhale, release your hands to frame your foot. So pivot on your back knee. Yeah, here we go. Inhale, step to the top of your mat. Exhale, fold down your legs. Let's root to rise. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, Tadasana mountain pose. And we'll take a full vinyasa once again. Feel free to modify. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, folding down your legs. Inhale, lifting halfway, lengthening your spine. Exhale, step, walk, or jump back. Take a vinyasa, chaturanga or modified chaturanga. Roll those shoulders back. And exhale, lengthening out your spine. Relax your head. Settling in here, 3 breaths. Good, 2. So we're gonna try that again, 1 more time, and just explore a different part of the bind, okay? So as you inhale, step your right foot forward, lower your back knee down. Once again, we're gonna windmill the arms up, pivot on your back knee, and find this little warrior 2. Yeah, all right. And we'll come right into it this time. So as you inhale, rotate back or revolve back. As you exhale, bring your right elbow to your right thigh. Left arm reaches over. Okay, so we're gonna try to bring this right hand inside the foot. Okay, so you're gonna place it down on the ground. And then see if you can reach under the leg. And just kind of wiggle your fingers. And then just come back for a moment. And then take this top hand behind your back and slide the fingertips inside your thigh. And just notice how that feels. And then just release that now. Okay, so left arm is gonna come back up to the sky. And now we're gonna try to add the 2 together. So you're gonna slide your right hand, I'm wiggling my fingertips at you. You're gonna reach this left hand behind you and see if you can place that left wrist inside your right hand. If you'll notice, my chest is sort of dumped forward. You wanna lean your heart back. So I'm gonna come over to the screen, you guys, so just stay there. Nice, Katie. There you go, you're so close, stay with it. Pull the belly button in, lift your pelvic floor. Those look beautiful. 3, 2, okay. Release your mind. Take your hands down to frame your foot. Woo. We'll lift your back knee. Inhale, step to the top of your mat. And then exhale, fold down your legs. Nice job. Inhale, root to rise. Sweep your arms up. Exhale, hands come down. Okay, we'll take another vinyasa. Here we go. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold down your legs. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step, walk, or jump back, moving through a vinyasa of your choice. Get those shoulders back when you lift your heart. Exhale, downward dog. Come back to your breath. So 1 more time like that on the other side. Inhale, step your left foot forward, root your back knee to the ground. Yeah, when you're ready, we'll inhale, pivot up, windmill the arms. You just took that little pivot on your back knee. And here we are again, right? Little warrior two. Those look awesome. Let's inhale to reverse back. As you exhale, come forward, elbow to thigh. Take your right arm over. Sweet. So we'll take this left arm and we'll just bring it to the floor for a moment, right? And just feel that. Yeah, and then see if you can reach that arm underneath and just kind of wiggle your fingers. Just reach as far as you can. Whew. And then we'll come back. Yes, take this top arm and wrap it, okay, around your lower back. Slide those fingertips inside the leg. Peel the shoulder back. Now lift through your pelvic floor. Pull your belly button back. Really nice. And then we're gonna try to combine it. Okay, so reaching this left arm underneath. Yep. Seeing if you can set the left fingertips into the right hand or the left wrist into the right hand. And then you can start to lean the chest back. Yes. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Let's go ahead and release the bind, facing the front of your mat. So we'll pivot on that knee. Okay, lift your back knee. Inhale, step forward. And then exhale, fold down your legs. Beautiful. Root to rise. Inhale, here we go. Sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands come down. Taking another Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, half lift. Exhale, step walker, jump back, Vinyasa. Inhale as you ride the breath up, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, steady, strong, and stable through the breath. Awesome. Okay, so from here, we'll look toward your hands and either step or jump your feet to the outsides of your pinkies. Okay, so it's our Malasana yogi squat. Sweet. So we'll take our hands to our hearts. I think I'm going to face you guys for this one. And here, so at the very beginning of class, you guys, before a couple of you weren't quite here yet, I talked about the bandhas. So lifting up through pelvic floor here, suck that up. Yeah, up, in and up, and then belly button in and up. Root lock, belly button lock creates a lightness in the body. Sweet. One more breath here. Okay, I'll show you from the back. I'm gonna stick my butt in your face, but it's the only way you can see. So you'll start to lift your hips a little bit and reach your right arm underneath your body. And then what we say is grab asana, okay? So this right palm can kind of grab your right butt cheek, and then see if you can flip that palm to face up. So you grab asana with the right palm, and then you flip your palm up, yep. Really good, and then see if you can take this left hand around and find your right hand. There it is. You got it, Katie, you're like so close. Ah, there it is. Nice. And then just release, come back to your squat. Lift your chest up, yeah, nice and tall. Give your back a little break, a little breather. And then we'll try that on the other side. So you'll bring the hands down, start to lift your hips up. Okay, shoot your left hand through your legs and just kind of like wave, right? Grab asana. Left palm grabs your left butt cheek. And then flip that palm up. And then take this right arm around and try to find your right hand. So eventually you're actually catching your right wrist with your left hand, but just try to find your fingers, yeah? And then hook however you can. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. And then you can just slowly come out. It's a lot of work for your legs. You guys feel that? A lot of burn going on, right? Slowly coming back to your Malasana. Beautiful. And then we'll inhale, set your palms down and step or hop to your plank. Gorgeous. Let's take a deep breath in. Exhale, Vinyasa. Lower down your way. Inhale, open up your heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, so we'll get those hip flexors nice and open here. Right leg to the sky. So deep breath in here as you lift that right leg, and you'll bend the knee and open up your hip here as you exhale. Relax your head, square your shoulders. And then as you inhale, straighten your right leg, square off your hip, and step in between your hands. Nice, let's come right up for a high lunge position. Inhale, root to rise. And you'll just take a moment when you get there, just to find your balance. If your lower back ever feels crunchy in this pose, you can bend your back knee a little bit and shift your pelvis forward, just FYI. Okay. Breathing in, breathing out. So we've got a fun little kind of workout transition here, so just stay with me, okay? Take a deep breath in. Exhale, hands to your heart as you just dip this back knee with a little bit of a dip towards the floor. Inhale, come up high lunge. Exhale, find your warrior two. Good. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, elbow to thigh, left arm reaches over. Inhale, come back, warrior two. Pause as you exhale. So we're gonna do that again, okay? Inhale, scoop your arms up, find your high lunge. So you gotta pivot on that back foot. Exhale, hands to your heart, dip your back knee. Inhale, find your high lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Nice and easy. Inhale, take it back, reverse your warrior. Exhale, elbow to thigh, left arm reaches over. One more time. Inhale, come back to your warrior two. Exhale, pause. Inhale, sweep this left arm around, pivot on your back toes, find your high lunge. Gorgeous. Inhale here. Exhale. Here we go. Dip that back knee, hands to your heart. Your leg should be a little burny here. Inhale, come up, high lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Beautiful. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And as you exhale, let's come forward, elbow to thigh. We're gonna hold it here. Okay, so this left arm can come over your head like so, or you're gonna wrap it behind your lower back like we did in that little mini warrior two, and try to hook the fingers inside the thigh. We're here for three. And if you want a little more, try to take this right hand to the floor just inside the foot. Two. And one. Inhale, look forward, and then just release your hands to frame your foot. Okay, pick your back heel up and let your knee come down. Good. Let's shift the hips back. We're going to give this front leg a little break here. So pull the right hip back a little. Inhale, buoy up through your chest. And then as you exhale, start to explore the fold. Sometimes it feels almost like electricity, right? Moving up the leg. We're here for three, two, and one. Inhale to lift up through your gaze. Reach your heart forward. Exhale, come forward back into this little lunge position. Root your hands, lift your back knee. Let's find the twist, right hand to the sky. So really move the heart toward the front of your mat. Move your tailbone toward the back of your mat. One more inhale. Exhale, release your right hand down. Step back into your plank pose. Take a deep breath in and exhale, lower down chaturanga or belly. Inhale, upward facing dog or baby cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Come back to your breath. So it's okay if some of these things feel awkward. That's sort of that, you know, that growth process, those growing pains, that all of these things really start to strengthen your body. All right, let's take an inhale, lift your left leg to the sky. And as you exhale, you can start to bend the knee and gently starting to open that hip, relaxing your head, squaring off your shoulders. And then we'll inhale to straighten your left leg and square off your hip. And as you exhale, step in between your hands. Okay, we'll come right up into this high lunge. Inhale. When you're ready, root to rise. Finding our high lunge. And just making sure we're nice and balanced. Okay, let's take a deep breath in. Exhale, hands to your heart as you just dip this back knee. Okay, a little bit or maybe a lot. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, spin your back heel, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, elbow to thigh, right arm reaches over. Inhale, come back, warrior two. Pause on your exhale. Inhale, scoop your arms up, pivot your back toe, high lunge. You can pause here as you exhale. We'll take a deep breath in. Exhale, hands to heart, dip the back knee. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, elbow to thigh, left arm reach, or sorry, right arm reaches over. Good. Inhale, slowly make your way back, warrior two. Pause on your exhale. Inhale, scoop the arms up, pivot your back foot, high lunge. Stay here as you exhale. Last round, deep breath in. Exhale, hands to your heart, dip your back knee. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And then as we exhale, left elbow, left thigh. And this right arm can just reach up because we're gonna bring it right behind you. Okay, so you're super propped up here through your left elbow, so you're not dumping into your shoulder. Be mindful of that. Yep, take this right hand behind, hook it inside the thigh, roll the right shoulder back. And if you want more, take this left hand to the floor inside the foot. So there's a big hip stretch going on, right? You've really got to use your legs. We're here for 3. Squeeze your pelvic floor in and up, belly button in and up, 2. And then inhale, look forward and release the pose. Okay, come forward, pick your back heel up, let your back knee come back to the floor. So good. Okay, as we inhale, let's take it back. Draw the left toes back, draw your left hip back. On your exhale, you can start to explore that fold. I sometimes like to turn my front toes a little, maybe to the left, maybe to the right. Just notice what you get when you do that. And then we'll inhale. Go ahead and look up again, look forward. And as we exhale, come back toward your little lunge here. Okay, we'll tuck your back toe and lift the knee. Root your right hand and sweep your left hand up. So move your tailbone back and move your heart forward. Pulling belly button in, squeezing up through that pelvic floor. 3, 2. As you exhale, excuse me, left hand comes to the ground and we'll step back. into your plank pose. Let's take a deep breath in. Exhale, chaturanga or coming to your belly. Inhale, up dog or baby cobra. If you're in your up dog, you're gonna push the fronts of the feet and get those thighs off the mat. Exhale, downward dog. And just stabilize the breath here for a moment as we switch gears. So as we inhale, let's look toward the top of your mat. Step, walk, or jump forward. Lifting halfway. And then exhale, fold. We'll root to rise. Inhale, come all the way up here. Reach the arms up. And then exhale, bring your hands down. So we've been starting to work into some of those binds, okay, that we need for our bird of paradise. Let's work on the balance aspect. So we'll keep your left foot rooting down. Okay, we'll lift this right foot up. And I'm gonna offer 2 suggestions. Okay, so you can either just grab the knee and work here. You can take your left hand to your hip. So you'll keep that right hand on your knee and your left hand on your hip. Some of you might actually want to take your peace fingers, catch inside the big toe, and then maybe try to straighten out the legs. So this is a little more advanced, of course, so feel free to stay here with the knee. Feel free to catch the toe and extend the leg. Just let yourself play, okay? If you fall out, just come back in. You want to square those hips off, lift your chest. 3, 2, and then just slowly release, okay? Releasing that side, no big deal. Let's try that on the other side. Rooting down through your right foot. Let's catch that left knee with either maybe just your left hand or maybe both hands, okay? Or peace fingers on the left hand catches your big toe, and you can extend the leg perhaps. Good, nice, Denise. Yeah, keep those hips square, shoulders square. 3, 2, lift up, stand tall, and just slowly release. Nice, Janine. It's an art, falling is an art, okay? Woo! Awesome, so just take a moment, take your hands down by your sides, take a breath. Moving into our chair pose, inhale, sit back, scoop the arms up, Utkatasana. As you exhale, prayer twist to the right. We'll hook the left elbow across the right thigh. I'm gonna offer you another fun little option if you wanna take it. Okay, so this left elbow really pushes down, get your heart up, up, up. So really buoyant through the chest. Option to shift or transfer all the weight into your right foot and maybe float this left heel up. So we call it flamingo pose. Okay, left heel floats towards the left bum, or not, or you're here. 3, 2, nice job, you guys. 1, slowly bring that left foot back. Inhale, come back to your chair pose. And exhale, forward fold. So we'll do the other side in a little while. Inhale, lift your gaze, look forward. Exhale, step, walk, or jump back, move through a vinyasa of your choice. Come back to your breath. Steady it out here. Smooth inhale, smooth exhale. And we'll come right into warrior 1, right foot steps forward. Inhale, root and rise. You'll exhale when you get there. Gorgeous. I'll face y'all on this one. So your feet are hip distance apart. Those look fantastic. That back heel is spun, it's down. Yes. Let's take a deep breath in. Exhale, bring your hands behind you, interlace your fingers. So find that yogi mudra, roll your shoulders back, inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, we're coming down for humble warrior. So we fold down the midline, eventually relax your head. Completely relax. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, push through your feet. Let's come all the way back up. Warrior 1. Reach those arms up. And as you exhale, come back into that warrior 2. I am gonna face my butt to you guys so you can see what I'm doing here. We're gonna go for a little bit more of the bind. Okay, so as we inhale, let's take this reverse warrior, reaching up and over. Exhale, take your right elbow to your right thigh and reach your left arm overhead. Yeah, so let's try to take the right hand, only if it feels okay, to the outside of your right foot. Really lift your hips up and root down through that right hand. Stay there. I'm gonna come over and look. Perfect. Yeah, that's good, Janine. If it's too much, you just bring that elbow back to your thigh. Okay, and then we're gonna take this left hand, this top hand around, and just see if you can put the backs of your fingertips, like your fingernails, on that right thigh, and then reach under with this right arm, and see if you can find your fingers. You can just find them. If you find them, see if you can hook them, and then you're gonna lean your heart back. Stay there. Just keep going. Yes, that's it. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, look towards the front of your mat, and then just relax your hands down. Pivot your back heel up, and then let your back knee come down. So we're actually gonna take your butt, and we're gonna come all the way back. We're gonna sit inside your calf. So it's a half hero's pose. Is that okay for everybody? If that's not okay for your knee, you can sit on a block, or you can just come into Janu Shirashasana this way. So you could, yeah, it looks like everyone's okay with that. It doesn't matter. Either way, you've got the half butterfly pose here, or you've got your half hero pose, okay? Inhale to reach for this right foot, catching the outsides of the foot if you can, and then exhale, fold. And some of you are pretty flexible, actually. So if that's the case, you might be able to get the bind here. So your right hand catches your left wrist under the foot. This is where those bandhas are really important. So lift up through your pelvic floor bandha. That's our Mula bandha. Pull in and up through your belly button bandha, Uddiyana. Gorgeous. And then as you inhale, just slowly come back up here to your seat. So wherever you are, we can actually move into this. It's just gonna look a little different. Right hand comes behind your right hip. So it's a little baby rock star. So either you're gonna be pushing down onto the front of your knee, or if you're here, you've got to, let me just see here. You're actually, so if you're in your Janu Shirashasana, you're gonna bring your left hand behind your hip. And if you're in your half hero pose, you're gonna bring your right hand behind your hip, and you're gonna come up into a little back bend here. So I really love the half hero pose one. It's a little bit harder, and I bend my front knee, but it really opens up that left hip flexor and that left quad. And then just slowly come down. Ooh, nice job, everyone. Because with yoga, we do so much like hip flexor stuff and not as much like stretching out the thighs. So I love that one for that. Okay, so we'll lean back. Go ahead and just come out of it. Catch a hold of your knees. And we'll rock and roll here along your spine. And see if you can come right up into your chair pose. Just right up into it. And I love giving people this challenge because it sounds easy, right? But then when you try to do it, it's like, it's a whole different thing. All right, so finding our weight in our heels, let's bring our palms together. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, twisting over to the left. Root that right arm into your left thigh, and then maybe you're gonna root through that left foot and float your right heel up for that little flamingo pose. Keep that heart buoyant, lifting up through your chest for 3, 2, 1. Release the foot. Let's come back to your chair pose. Inhale, center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, vinyasa of your choice. Step walker, jump it back, lower down your way. We meet back in down dog. Just smooth it out here with your breath. It's a lot of legs this week. Okay. Warrior one, left foot steps forward. Inhale, root to rise. And then exhale, just stabilize. Nice, those look fantastic. Let's take a deep breath in. Exhale, hands come behind. Try to bring your other hand on top. Inhale, roll your shoulders back, lift your heart. Exhale, folding down the midline. Relax your head. Pull that left hip back. Breathing into your shoulders. And then as you inhale, slowly come on back. Find that warrior one. We'll exhale, open up for your warrior two. Okay, taking the right arm back as we inhale, flow back, reverse warrior. Exhale, left elbow, left thigh. Right arm reaches over. So this is where we might go a little further here, taking this left hand to the outside. Okay, this is the full posture here with the left hand to the outside of the left foot. Notice the tendency to arch your back, pull your belly button in, really lock that belly button. Good, we'll take the right arm around and just see if you can set the back of your right hand right at the back of your left hip and just keep it there. And then if you want, you can take this left arm, reach under the leg, and see if you can find your hand. Yes. And then once you find your hand, you got to kind of lean your heart back again. A lot of leg work. Yes. Push those feet down. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Good. Release the bind. Let's face the front of your mat. So pick your back heel up. Woo. Lower this back knee down. And we're going to just come to sit back. If it's available, you'll sit inside the calf. Okay. If not, you'll come into this little half butterfly with that right foot. Reaching for the left foot. Inhale. Exhale to fold down. And if you want the bind, you can catch your right wrist with your left hand. It's easy to kind of wobble into one side of your butt more so. So try to root down equally through both sitting bones here. And then as you inhale, come back to your seat. Good. So if you're in the half hero pose, your right hand comes behind your right hip. If you've got the half butterfly, your left hand comes behind your left hip. Cool. Wait, that's the opposite. Sorry, you guys. If you're in half hero, left hand behind your left hip, half butterfly, right hand behind your right hip. And wherever you are, you're going to push down through your legs, start to lift up, find that little heart opener. If you're in your half hero, you're probably going to need to bend that front knee. Stay long enough to get that stretch. And then slowly, come down. Nice job. It's a tough one, but it's good. So good for you. So we'll just shift it back. Not a very graceful exit, but whatever. Take the knees. And then we'll rock and roll. And one more time, we're going to try to land in our squat here, our chair pose. Yes, so good. So that rocking and rolling, it massages your spine, gets the spinal fluid going. It's actually really good to strengthen your abdominals. Let's take a deep breath in, and then we'll exhale, just come all the way up to stand. So I am going to pretty much start moving us towards our closing, but before we do that, one more little balance. So this is part 2 to what we did before, okay? So left leg is down, you'll catch the right knee, right? So we either had both hands on the right knee. You had your right hand on your knee, or you had your big toe, okay? Now, the second part of this is where we start to open this right hip. So as you inhale, you just start to open this leg out to the right. What always helps me is to move the pelvis forward just a tad. And then the goal is to eventually look over that left shoulder. So you look the opposite direction. If you spiral that right thigh back, it will help a lot. One more breath. And then as you inhale, slowly come back to center. And then exhale, just release. Nice job. Shake it out if you need to shake it out. I know I do. Shake it out. Ugh. All right. So let's try that on the other side, yeah? We'll catch the left knee and or big toe. And just stabilize your balance. So the goal is to get those hips side by side, get those shoulders side by side. When you're feeling stable, and it's gonna help to plug this belly button in, stand up super duper tall, you'll start to open that hip, maybe move your pelvis forward a little bit. Option to look over that opposite shoulder. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Slowly bring it on back. Whoa. Exhale, release. It's funny how some days you feel so stable and balanced, and other days you're like wobbling all over the place. So we'll come back to the top of your mat. Just find your mountain pose, Tadasana. Close your eyes. Let's do a deep check-in. Just notice how you're feeling today. And I want you to actually make a conscious decision. How do you want to write this story of today? And I'm really serious, because a lot of times we take the conditions, other people's behavior, and we let those things write our story for us. I'm just going to ask you to grab that pen back and just write the story you want for your day. All right, let's take an inhale, sweep those arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, step walker, jump it back, find your vinyasa. Inhale, heart lift. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more time, we'll get to lift this right leg. We will sweep this right leg to the sky, and then you can start to bend your knee and open your hip and look under the right shoulder. Feel that rotation in your rib cage, and then maybe flip your dog here. And then slowly, let's come back and find your 3-legged dog. As you exhale, coming into your pigeon pose, right leg comes forward. Lower those hips down. Woo. I don't know about you guys, but my hips are loving this one right now after all that work. I love breaking down the poses, because when you see them again throughout the week, your body will have time to recover and it will get stronger. So by the time we go into the peak pose, you'll feel really ready for it. All right, onto your elbows. And then maybe onto your forehead. Sometimes I find if we go and try to hit a peak pose too early, there's just too much to think about. This way you can break it down, thinking little bits at a time. Now engage your pelvic floor. So squeeze your pelvic floor. Squeeze in, lift up. Pulling your belly button in and back and up. Awesome. So imagine that when those are kind of floppy and loose, the energy dumps down. But when they're lifting, the energy lifts up So it creates a lighter experience. All right, we'll inhale to come back up to your hands. And then as you exhale, just tucking your back toe and stepping right back to your downward facing dog. And then we'll just play a little bit here. Okay, we're almost done, but we'll take this right foot. You're just gonna step a little bit up your mat. See if you can push off this foot and just give a little kick to the sky. Yeah. And then you can step your right foot back again to down dog. And we'll just try that 2 more times. Your right foot's gonna step up the mat. You're gonna push through your right foot, a little bit of a kick up, and then you'll step back. 1 more time, you'll step forward, push, little kick, and then down dog. Right on. Yes, nice, Denise, right? That was like practically a handstand there. All right, well, inhale, come towards your plank pose, and then make your way through your vinyasa. Rolling your shoulders back, lift your heart. Downward facing dog. We do this same thing here on the left. Inhale, sweep your left leg up. We'll bend the knee, open the hip, look under that left shoulder. Maybe feel that rotation right into your wild thing. And then slowly come back. Find your 3-legged dog. Deep breath in. Exhale, pigeon pose. Beautiful. Sit up tall. Find your alignment. Feel that back leg. Because as soon as you fold, you're going to notice that you won't get as much of a stretch in the back leg. You'll get more in the front leg, but not in the back leg. When you're ready, come down. And just a little reminder to keep this front foot like a little bit flexed, and you can roll the pinky toe side of that front foot into your mat. Just helps sometimes to protect your knee or to give you a little more of a stretch there. Okay, let's slowly come back to your hands. Inhale as you walk yourself back up to your hands. Okay, we'll tuck your back toe. Very simple exit here, right to your downward facing dog. Give yourself a moment. And we're going to be playing around with that same little thing we did before, but we're stepping forward with the left foot. Okay, just notice if it feels a little less comfortable on one side than the other. You'll step the left foot up the mat, give yourself a little push, and then step back. Just go at your own pace. Left foot steps forward, give yourself a little push, little kick, and then step back. We'll do it 1 more time. Left foot steps forward, give yourself a little push, and step back. So you can come to child's pose here if you like, or cat-cow, or take 1 more vinyasa. Inhale to plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, down dog. Come back to your breath. And then we'll step, walk, or jump, or crawl. That's an option too, to your seat. And we'll lie down on your back. So close here to the end. I'm gonna have us finish up here with just a little twist. Take your feet, your knees over your hips, arms reach out nice and wide. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, let your knees fall over to the left. Melt your right shoulder blade into the floor. Really breathe into that spine. Pull your belly button back. And then as you inhale, bring your knees back up over your hips. Exhale, take them over to the right. Melt that left shoulder blade, look towards your left hand. And then slowly as you inhale, bring your knees up over your hips. As you exhale, give yourself a really big hug here. And then we'll just release the head down and release your legs down and come into your Shavasana, finding that beautiful resting place. I am going to not string music today because I'm afraid it might disconnect us. I'll call you back very soon. Just enjoy the silence. And if there's like some kind of an external sound, like a fan or maybe birds or like a humming sound through your house, see if you can just focus on that one single sound. And if there's none of that, just focusing on the sound of your breath. And no matter what other sounds try to pull you away from that one sound, just keep coming back, honing that superpower focus so that you can laser in on one thing, no matter what else is going on. Beautiful. So just taking a nice deep breath in, fill your lungs with lots of that loving breath. Exhale, filling the room with that beautiful breath. Wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes. And then taking a nice big full body stretch, big good morning stretch, arms reaching back, toes reaching forward, big breath. When you're ready, let's hug the knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice big squeeze. And then just take a moment to rock and sort of tip onto the right side of your body and just take a rest here. Maybe even using that right arm for a pillow. And then pressing your way up to a seat. So keeping those eyes nice and closed, we'll take the palms together, bringing the hands to the heart. We'll close it out with the sound of Om. Let's take a deep breath in. Om. Bowing our heads forward, giving thanks for this day, blessing it all, pronouncing it good. We say thank you and namaste.